echo offers the first phase of self-digital joy. You will become a self-echo in real particles. Our key is the echo to this final layer.
Feel the breeze the second I touch you. Can't say what, but there's something about you. It should be this easy. I'm alive if I'm coming closer. Standing with you when I want this over. Be the keeper. Fills the frame. I can finally see. I thought that I would fade, but your vivid wave crashing at my feet. Sun lights up your face, blossoms fill my gaze. Seasons I never knew, like rain across the valley. Say when and you can have me. Feel the breeze the second I touch you. Can't say what, but there's something about you. It should be this easy. I'm alive if I'm coming closer. Standing with you when the world is over. I'll be the keeper.
Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this stream today, the first of two streams. I'm DJ Sean. Thanks for stopping by. So we are doing something a little bit different today. So we have been flying a lot in Prepared 3D, and today I thought I would try out X-Plane. So here we are sitting on the deck in quite a cloudy Melbourne. We are online. We're Velocity 841, flying from Melbourne to Sydney. We're here on the bay at Echo 4 in Melbourne. This is all default scenery. I don't know why it's so dark, but I think it's got to do with cloud shadows. But we haven't got a very tweaked sim here. It's running fairly standard besides X Enviro. So it does look a little bit dark and grey, unfortunately, but that's all right. We're sitting on the bay here, Echo 4, in a very cold aircraft. So what we'll do is we'll go and get this thing started up. For those of you that are new to the channel, we do this for a reason. We do this for charity. We're raising money for Care Australia this month. And for those of you on YouTube, if you head over to twitch.com/DJSean00, and all the information is down below about why I do it. So what I'll just do is quickly get some applications up. Just realised we've got a bit of a box there which we can fix. And what we want to do is we need some chart. We need some charts, so we'll get you started. We'll get the flight plan up there. Close you, zoom you in a little bit. There we go. All right. And we will bring you over there. Alrighty, so let's get that going. So we've got down here, let's get the APU started. So we are in the Zibo mod 737-800, which is a modification to the default X-Plane 737. The default X-Plane 737 is quite decent. It's a fairly decent aircraft. And then the lovely work that Zibo has done to really enrich the features here. Okay, so start the APU. The truck there trying to do a 3-point turn, going through the building. So this is going to be interesting. I haven't done a full sector in this aircraft. Nav data out of date, that's right, because it was today. Oh well. So this is going to be interesting. Being able to see exactly how this performs will be interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if we make you non-wind. Can we adjust you to be not for window? I guess not. I wonder if that's an option in general settings. It's not. All right. Well, we will. We'll do our best here. Okay. Whoop, with the. Oh, come off it! I already hate that. I already hate this view. On. Let's turn you. Let's pressurize the hydraulics. Window. Whoop. Window heats on. Get down here. Looks good. Down here looks good. Advanced. We have to change the fuel and CG. So 0 fuel weight of 59.1. 59.9 the plan says. 59.9. Can we change that? No, we have to adjust the payload by the looks of it. 3, so for 18.5, does that do anything? There we go. That looks better. 6.3 ton on board. Back, menu, FMC. Alright, so we probably want to do some aligning of the IRS there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Align. Enter IRS position. Position data. YSS. Oh no, we're in Melbourne. YMML. Reference airport. Let's go and see what left's picked up. So we'll grab that one. Come to the back. Enter it in there. Alright, and wait for this to do its thing. So while we're here, let's have a look at a bit of a look at the plan. That guy there. So as we look here, we've got a 0 fuel out of 59.9. Fuel on board is 6.3. A bit of a taxi out. Takeoff weight is that. Fuel flow that. Landing weight of that. Looking at the plan, when we get up to the top of climb, it looks like we're going to have a fairly smooth flight up at flight level 370. Looking at our alternates, looking at there's our route to Canberra if we can't get into Sydney. Our route's just there, distance of 384 miles, flight level 370. Costing us 20, our wind and our temperature at top of climb. Looking at our spot winds of for our descent. Our route from Sydney to Canberra. Our flight plan summary. Alright, looking at Melbourne. So Melbourne, 25th at 0000 Zulu. Wind is 210 at 7 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometres. Clouds broken at 2,500 feet. Temperature's 16, dew point 12. QNH is 1017. So let's, while we remember, let's get that guy set up now. 1017. We're going to do both sides by the looks of it. 1017, and we can't adjust the standby artificial horizon, unfortunately. Between these times, we're looking at wind coming around to the left here, and still those clouds around. A little bit later on, some more cloud coming in, scattered at 4,000 feet, then clearing up. We don't really worry about any of that. Looking at Sydney. So for our first flight in the Zibo 737 in X-Plane, we're going to be hitting winds at 190, so probably runway 16. 15 knots, gusting at 30, or just shy of 30 knots, so gusting at 60 kilometres an hour. Visibility is good. There's some showers in the area with cloud at 1,200 feet, broken at 3,500 feet. Temperature 21, so it's a bit nicer up there with a dew point of 18 and QNH 1016. Looking a little bit later on, the rain will be continuing here with just more cloud coming through. If we cock it up and we need to go to Canberra, we're looking at Canberra now, 290 at 3, Cav okay, no significant weather events. Later on, still going to be fine, so nothing really to worry about there. Looking at the routes, it's sideways there, but no, doesn't look like there's any turbulence for our route today, which is really good. So before we go on, let's get the checklist up and get cracking. So flight sim 73 checklist. All right, so let's do the checklist first before we do anything. Okay, oh, so that side. No, we can't do a pressure. We can't do an oxygen test. Door windows are locked. So okay, well let's do the checklist as best we can. So our pre-flight checklist is oxygen's tested 100%. You all heard it, right? Our navigation, transfer, and display switches. So we're looking at these guys here. They're all normal and auto. Our window heat is on. Our pressurization mode selector is down here on auto. Our flight instruments, we've got heading 018 on both and QNH 1017. Parking brake is set and engine start levers are cut off. Alright, so pre-flight checklist complete. So while we are here, let's get track IR sorted so I can get some head movements going. Okay, so I haven't got track IR turned on in the sim just yet, so I'm just going to give that a minute. I much prefer to manually move the mouse around while I'm doing some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and get the aircraft set up here. Zoom in. Oh yeah, I can zoom in that way, like that. Okay, so we're going from Melbourne to Sydney. And this is the first time I've configured the box on here, so who knows what we'll get. Let's go runway 27. So we're going to be Vols 8. It's a good question. I've already forgotten it. I think it's 841. Yeah, it is 841. 841. Well, looks good. Okay, so we're going to be our route today. Dozel. We're going Yankee 59 to Rivet. Yankee 59. R-I-V-E-T. Activate. Let's do a departure out of Melbourne. Runway 27 is... Oh, 27 is selected. Dozel 7. Execute. Oh, looks good so far. Look too bad. The legs here. Has all the height restrictions in there. And if we go to plan mode, does that work? Yes, it does. If we step the aircraft through. Oh, we've got something out there that's not right. No? Just a bit of... whatever it is. Keep stepping the aircraft through to Sydney. Beautiful, that looks right. That's a plus. It's drawn a line from our aircraft to runway 27 by the looks of it. That's interesting. Okay, so initial plan. So we had a zero fuel weight of 59.9. 59.9. We have reserves of 2.8. Cost index of 20. That's going to give us 370 on the cruise. Our cruise wins are 311 at 37. 311, 37. Negative 58. It's already got the transition altitude of 10,000. That's nice. Okay. So let's have a little bit of let's send the stuff to Top Cat. Now let's have a bit of a look. So we're going to depart runway 27. So take off, update, close. It's going to be runway 27. Compute. Alright, so let's have a look at Top Cat here. So runway 27, the full length, we're looking at, with a flaps 5 and a standard D rate, 24k D rate, we're looking at plus 40 on the assumed temperature. So let's go plug that in. I'll just move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. So it's a takeoff 1 D rate and 40 on the assumed temp. We'll do a standard climb out because it is a I wonder if we're going to do 40/16 on this one. 40. What's 16? No, that's just going to change that. I feel like I need to do a outside temperature there. I feel like I should get something there. Normally I should be looking for a, it will read the outside temperature from here. That goes that side, and we've done 40, so we get our reduction there. Alright. I know I did that, but let's, no. Oh, there we go. Oh, we just click on it again. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see the D rate here. Beautiful. Okay, so taking off with flaps 5. 24.1 flaps. Trim that. So we want 142, 143. And 146. It has all that too, which is nice. Cruise, we're going to do 0.78. Our descent is going to be 0.78/280, which it already is defaulted to that. And Senna's asked me to please contact him on 1240. Okay. do that now. 1, 2, 4. Beautiful. Looks like that actually worked. Just change you there. Progress, it's going to say we're going to land with 3.6. The chart says we're going to land with 3.1, so that's not too bad. Let's turn top cat off. Let's get some more paper. Some paper here and contact centre for clearance and do another checklist and potentially get underway. Where are we? Velocity 841. Melbourne Centre, good morning. Velocity 841 on ground Melbourne for Sydney. Request clearance.
Good morning, Rex 824 with level 160.
Hit C and have a bit of a look out. Was 841, nothing heard on voice.
Rex 824, Melbourne Centre, was that you called?
Okay, so he hasn't heard us.
824.
Actually, I think it's because we're this guy here. Well, while we wait for him, let's do the rest of the setup.
824, 3130.
So we're going to be
824.
147, 263, VNav. Melbourne Centre, good morning. Velocity 841 on ground Melbourne for Sydney. Request clearance.
Velocity 841, Melbourne Centre, can I stand by clearance?
Velocity 841. Alright.
Rex 824, you're identified, cleared to Dubbo by full plan route, flight level 0. Dubbo, full plan route, flight 160, Rex 824.
Alright, close you. Where are there? I'll chuck you down there. And the charts, that's what we want. Melbourne charts. Alright, so taxi.
Velocity 841, are you all planned for runway 16 or 27?
Centre velocity 841, runway 27 if we can, thanks.
Velocity 841, Roger, you're cleared to Sydney via Dosal planned route for runway 27, Dosal 9 departure. Maintain 5000, score 3164, departure frequency 124, Dosal 0.
Copy, cleared to Sydney via Dosal plan route runway 27 at Dosal 9 departure climb 5000, squawk 3164 and airborne 124.0, velocity 841.
Velocity 841, break, quarter 816,
Alright.
Delta descends to flight level
3,
120.
1,
Flight level 10.
6,
Delta,
4.
sorry, make that flight level 130, 130. 130.
Okay, let's just check on the bus. Yes, 37,000 feet. You on. looks good. So climate speed to 5,000. Okay, so let's have a bit of a look here. So, charts. Okay, so we're in Melbourne. We're looking at chart 20-9, ground chart of Melbourne. We're on Pier Echo at Bay 4, so we're going to push back tail right, nose left here, and taxi out onto Golf, round to Alpha, onto Echo, and onto Papa, runway 27. Once we blast off, we'll be doing a Dozal 7 departure. So runway 27. What we might do is I'll just see if I can get this guy here and pull him out this way a little bit, just so we can see here.
Red 824, we're ready to 9,000, QNH1017.
So runway 27, we're tracking out for
QNH1017, Rex 824.
from 940. We're accelerating 263 to. Why is that different? Hopla Beto.
Quarter for 816, so clearance level.
That is interesting. That is different.
Quarter for 816, you're cleared.
This is charter effective. Effective 9th of November.
We're ready to
Beto. That's very interesting. What departure do we end up getting? So we put the okay. So this has got the Dozal 8. All right. So we're going to have to go with that for this flight. That explains stuff. But anyway, they're roughly about the same locations. There's only very some slight differences there. But we're tracking out here. We're doing a right-hand turn up to Parsi, then another right-hand turn, and then we're tracking out to Dozal. I did do an update on the FMS data on this, and for some reason didn't pick it up. I wonder if it's not in flight sim yet. So what we'll do is we'll get the radio set up. So 1141. We've got we've got you up there. What we'll do is we'll also set 1141. Turn you off. 114. One there, and what we'll do is we'll set an approach back onto runway 27 should we need to come back. It's 1093. We'll put you there. Alright, looking good. Let's do the checklist. Boom, boom, boom. Check. Alrighty.
Quarter for 816, Delta descends to 9,000, QNH1018.
Alright. Ready for the checklist. Okay, so looking at the before start checklist fuel, we've got 6.3 tonne and pumps are all on, except for the centre pumps because we've got no fuel in those two tanks. Oh, sorry, in the centre tank. Passenger signs are on. They should go down a little bit further than that, but okay. So windows are locked. MCP is V2. We've got 147. We've got 263 and 5,000 set. Takeoff speeds. Takeoff speeds, we've got 142, 143, and 146 in the box.
Good morning, Melbourne Centre.
They are configured correctly. City pre-flight is completed. Trim is 3 and 0. Takeoff taxi briefing has been completed. To the line. Below the line, flight deck door is closed and locked. I don't know why it's got lock fail. But anyway, anti-collision light is on. Just have a bit of a look outside, just double check how it's looking. Beautiful. Okay, so I've specifically chosen this gate because it's got a bit of a nice turn there, and I really want to try the better pushback that you can get for X-Plane.
824, C2 leave control area, descending.
So
No
let's
report
do
of the
that.
half-hour track.
So up here,
24.
better pushback, pre-planned pushback. Oh wow, okay.
Melbourne Centre, Mariner 189. Can I just get airport information for Melbourne? Like which one's the active room, etc., etc.?
Ground to cockpit. Show
Okay,
you
that
we've got
looked
your plan
alright.
there. Give me a call through the menu when you're ready to go.
Okay. Well, let's hook up now because we are ready to go. Start the pushback.
Yeah, ground to cockpit. Toast driving up right now.
Velocity 140 is on 9,000.
Let's change you around to 263. What is... Hi Richard Cork, welcome to the stream.
Now the center velocity 140.
Alright, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, whatever that means.
Melbourne Centre, Mariner 189. Radio check.
Alright, let's just do a little check here. Does it have that? V2, V rotate speed. I should see some text up here in the top left hand corner. Let's get rid of the checklist now. So I should see some text up here in the left hand corner about the V speeds from memory, but that doesn't work, so that's okay. I hope it doesn't start pushing us back. Let's have a look out here again. So if we go C. Oh yeah, we don't use those toes, but that's okay.
Release the parking brake when you're ready.
Release the parking brake when we're ready. Okay. Melbourne Centre velocity 841. Bay Echo 4 request push. I think Centre has disappeared just quietly, so we might just have another quick look out around us. And no, there's nothing around, so let's go and let's go do the pushback. Oh, we've got a Delta aircraft or someone on the other side of us. I have got CSL models in, but if they don't put the right information in the when they join, it does something a bit funky. But I'm really keen to see what AI, or not AI, but other aircraft look like on VATS in X-Plane, because apparently the especially at dusk and dawn there, where they're on they got all their lights on, landing lights and all that sort of stuff, it is really nice. Okay, well let's get going here. Everyone is calling you, not just me. Request. Okay, so Centre's having some voice trouble by the sounds of it. No one can get a hold of him. So to see what he does here, we might just push. One of the things I am really liking about X-Plane at the moment is the fact that some of the control assignments you can do are really nice. You can toggle reverse thrust, so you apply obviously you're moving your throttle backwards and forwards for power, but when you bring it back to idle and hit the toggle, when you move it forward again, you're now adjusting your reverses backwards and forwards, so you're actually pitching the handle on the reverses up and down, and then you pull it back to idle, click it again, and you've now got your thrust back. So I really like that. I haven't been able to find that in prepared. Maybe I'm just not looking hard enough, but I really like that setting, because if you have watched my prepared videos, I haven't quite got the reverses to a point where I like them at the moment.
Qualify 16, Delta, apologies for that. Descend to 7,000. Delta 7, good day, velocity 140, time descend 9,000.
Alright, we're going to push back anyway. Alright, releasing the parking brake.
Alright, starting the pushback, and you may pull them. Clear to start engine.
Before he does the pushback, let's turn track IR on. Ooh.
3165, velocity 140.
Track IR is already running.
Rex 824, frequency.
So, center.
Direct 824, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, Rex 8.
There we go. Oh, this is interesting. I move my whole body when I turn left and right. Oh, it's going to make me feel sick. Ooh. Can we turn True View off? Is that better? No, we're sort of rotating like our whole body around here and not our head. That's really interesting.
Barra 189.
I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this at all.
Left. Continue via the Marlin to arrival. Expect an
Alright. Alright. So we're going to turn it, track IR off.
Roger.
Because that's just garbage.
Request 16 right, 5 Marlin. Velocity 140.
Alright, let's get the engine started.
Roger, 16 right.
Off.
Velocity 140. Qantas 816, Delta descend to 6,000, you cleared the island, runway 35, report established.
Thanks, Richard. Thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake. This is our first time in X-Plane 11 doing this, so
disconnecting toes.
I appreciate the patience there while we get this guy started. That. All right.
Just 818 pushback is approved.
That. Timer works. We're starting up.
Marriott 189, double seven.
One thing I do remember is we need to pull these up. The fuel cutoff switches, disconnect and hand signals. Yeah, we're good, buddy. All right, looking for 25 and bringing the fuel in.
Descend to 5,000.
We definitely have to fix track IR up. I don't know why. It seems to be like I'm moving like this rather than just moving my head.
Toes disconnected. Bypass pin. Yeah, it's removed. I'll give you thumbs up on the right and catch you
Thumbs
next
up on the
time.
right.
Stay flat.
Okay. Start a cutout. 50 seconds. That looks about right.
816 Delta. Established on the ILS. Contact Canberra Tower 118 days.
The timer won't stop. Is that reset? It's not. Don't know how to stop it. Oh well. That's we'll start one.
Qantas 816 descend flight level 130.
Oh, so now you get icons 420 on the ground over Melbourne. That's the thing.
Qantas 420 Melbourne, so we go stand by break. The 140 cancel start, third right heading 300.
The sounds good. Alright, the sounds are nice in this.
Turn right, heading 300, full velocity 140.
We might just fix that.
Velocity 140 confirmed.
Filters.
Velocity 140.
Might just fix up the colour here. Give me 1 sec.
Mariner 189. Melbourne.
Alrighty, let's get the colour sorted here. That's better. Much better. Okay. So let's do our checks. On you, on you, on, coming over here, on, down here, 1, 2, down here, off, on, off,
What a
on,
420 Melbourne.
on. Flaps 1, 2, 3.
420, you're cleared to Sydney.
Control check. All the way back. Centre all the way forward. Centre full left. Centre full right. Centre. Rotor pedals full left. Centre full right. Centre. Okay. Let's do the checklist. Before taxi, generators are on. Probe heat is on. Anti-ice not required. Isolation valve is auto. Engine start switches are continuous. Recall has now been checked. Auto brake is RTO. Engine start switches are idle detent. Flight controls have been checked and dispatch clearance checked. Before taxi checklist complete. All right. And centre velocity 841, we went and pushed while you're having a break. We're ready for taxi runway 27. He's going to crack the shits at me. Taxi.
Velocity 841, no problem. Taxi Alpha Echo Papa
Okay, Papa 27. Copy, holding point Papa 27 via Alpha and Echo, velocity 841. Alright. Up. Remember, no track IR. Taxi light on. APU off. Let's get going. So we taxi out, and this will be. We'll do a right turn up here. You gonna give way to us, buddy? Probably not. Melbourne, it's funny, the default X-plane scenery, and this is all default, has the twin control towers in Melbourne already. That's impressive. Go left, let's go right here. One.
Quarter 86, descend to 9000, QNH 1018. down to 9,000 on 018,
I can't turn these range rings on. It's not an option in the FMC here, which is really annoying. I hate these range rings or arcs on the display. Alright, back to idle.
Correction, velocity 140, turn left heading 250.
So this is, we're on Alpha now. There should be Echo coming up here on our right, which it is.
Sorry, just repeat for velocity 140.
There's a Qantas aircraft there over in the bay.
Velocity
Over there, on the
140,
seat.
turn left heading 250. Turn left heading 0, velocity 140.
I'm sending across forward. 20 Bay Charlie Air request push to start.
Oh, that's 420, push back through.
Push across 420.
Okay, so now in Echo, we're looking for Papa, which will be down here on the left. It'll be our first left. We'll have a holding area here on the left for parking area for aircraft, but just beyond that, we will have Papa on the left. There's a Qantas 737 over there. That looks right. Got any strobes? It's a bit dark here at the moment for getting close to 11 o'clock, or 11 o'clock. It's very dark in Melbourne. I hope it's lighter in Sydney.
Velocity 40 position.
This will be Papa here on the left.
Runway 16 right, center line, turn left heading 180, clear eye left, runway 16 right.
He's pushing back too. Alright, this is us.
Turn left heading 180, speed island approach, 163, velocity 140.
No, that's not the line there, it's down here. Alright, come to blast off time. Center velocity 841, runway 27, we're ready.
Velocity 841, runway 7, good takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, velocity 841. Alrighty, cleared for takeoff. So, you go, no, you go up. We can leave the Lego, we'll turn the Lego light off. Double ding the crew. Oh, they do go down further. That's good. Well, that was the double ding. I swear those switches didn't go further down last time I tried them. You're on. Works.
GeForce 818,
On.
runway 16 right, please take off.
We've got traffic is on. We'll zoom you in. There. Let's go. Alright. I can't move my head. I want to track IR. Clear left. Clear right. There's nothing on the approach on
Velocity
2Ks.
140, establish ILS 1
Oh.
Velocity 140.
While we're just looking here, it says VR is 100. That's not right. We might just put the parking brake on here for a second because something hasn't worked. If we recycle, that picks up the new one. No V speed.
Start again.
Dry, wind, slope. Alright, let's just put the stuff in. The let's just have a quick look here. No, what do we want? We want exit fire, weather briefing, refresh, OCAST, 190 at 1. 190 at 1.
Quarter 420, taxi to Papa, runway 27.
Okay, let's do that. So let's.
I only point on my 2
No V speeds. So
Velocity 140, runway 16 right, please land.
we might ask to jump on ATC and get him to go to Quebec. Center velocity 841. We're here on Papa with a technical issue. maybe best to give Corner Sky Quebec. We could be 1 or 2 minutes.
Velocity 841 typical, corner 420,
Okay, so let's just have a look here. So plan, let's go 6.2. 6.2. That's right. So we've got so we've got 370 trip cruise. 370. Yeah. Reserves. Cost index. Transition N1, 40, there, takeoff, flaps 5, takeoff speed's deleted, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 141, 142, 148, let's just do that, anything? No V speeds. That's really interesting.
Equinox 420, so standby 1, velocity 841, cancel your previous takeoff clearance.
Copy velocity 841. Runway 27, doze away,
Equinox
execute.
420, runway 27, clear to takeoff. Yes, 81, 800, 280. Qualify 16 to 6,000, clear OS runway 35.
It does not want us to put a V speed in there for departure. I wonder, it should be modelled. I wonder, do we have to have anything open here? Position, route. Yeah, right clicking them. Oh, right click gives me a my camera view. I can't for the life of me figure out what I'm doing wrong here. That's all right. Yeah, Kurt, I'm trying the right click now. Whoops, that's not the right page to do it on. Right click, yeah, see, right clicking gives me my camera control, which is the standard X-Plane feature, and I've seen no one talk about it. So no V speeds. If we turn them on there, it's defaulting to 100. So let's just check here.
Velocity 140.
Performance 66, 59.9, 2.8, 20, 37, wind, -58, transition altitude is 10,000. Let's delete all the D rate here. And let's see what happens.
Close 420, you're identified flight flight with
5. Yep. 1-4. Let's just do 141, 142, 148, just so it's a different number.
816, contact 10 power 118,
If we go up here, auto throttle was disconnected, yeah. So if we go up here, yeah, see, none of these are registering as the speeds we're putting in, and then we've got the no V-speed tape again when we turn it on manually here. So let's do a standard takeoff.
Yes, 818, shortening direct maxima available.
Takeoff, there we go. 1, 3. Okay, do we have takeoff speeds now? No. G'day Dave, how you going? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Well, we're finding X-Plane amazing. The pushback, better pushback is fantastic. We're sitting here on VATSIM in Melbourne at runway 27, and I can't get the damn V-speeds to show up in the box here. It gives me the V-speeds, but here, I wonder if it's, maybe it is there, but it's not modelled here on this gauge, because this is where you can manually see what the V-speeds are, and I set this little knob here to remind me before I am taking off, so I know that I've set the V-speeds. But when they're defaulting to 0, I wonder if they are hidden up there, but maybe there's a disconnect between that knob there and what the box is saying. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, we're going to go to Performance N1, we're going to do our, yeah, we've delete this guy here, we're going to go 40 there, yeah, I know, keep, and then we, yeah, and then we're just going to reset the aircraft back up for exactly how we, yeah, that knob sets it manually, Barbs, but it will default to whatever the setting is that you've got in your FMC. The aircraft will give you the number that you've plugged in, and then you can manually adjust it if you want. But I'm wondering if maybe that logic there is different in this, so we'll just not touch it. So flaps 5. So we had 141, we had 143 and 147. So we'll go with that and we'll see what happens. Right, so you're on. No, we wanted that one. Alright, we'll give that a crack. We'll see how we go.
Track shortening direct Matla available advice.
Get onto the controller. And center velocity 841. Apologies for the delay. We are now ready, runway 27.
Velocity 41. Just direction just 818, Roger, cleared to direct to Matla, that was previously cleared, climb to flight level 350.
Truck over there. Barbs, if you're listening, I don't think you cleared me for takeoff. Ooh, what was my toga button? That's a really good question. What was the toga button? What were you? AP disconnect. And you were toga? If I change you to you, toga was auto throttle on or off? No, toga's that guy. Yeah, cool.
Correct. Velocity 841, runway 27, clear takeoff. 841, runway 27, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, velocity 841. Alrighty, so quick check, clear left, clear right, nothing coming down the approach. Let's ding the crew. Let's go.
Quarter 420, climb the maintain flight level 370.
Flight level 370 from Sport.
We can't stop the clock either. We can stop it, we just can't reset it. Maybe it's right click. No. Well, we'll let it run anyway. Alrighty, so we are ready to go up to 40%. Stabilize, toga. Thrust set. $80 knots. Ah, oh, look, there's our V speeds. She better start accelerating more or we're going to have to double toga this. Rotate. Oh, come on, baby. Gear up. There's definitely some weight variation between what PFPX gives us and what's in the sim. Alright, let's trim this aircraft out.
1,000.
That was very interesting. Yeah, that was close. That's using PFPX on our 737 profile and Topcat versus which is bang on for the PMDG 737 in prepared 3D, but it's not a fit for this. And Seno, g'day again. Velocity 841 is 2,500 on climb 5,000. Let's get the autopilot on. Getting thrown around a bit. 240 velocity 841. Alright, let's get some flap up. 240. There's our first waypoint. 240. Flap up.
Velocity 2, correction, velocity 841. Correction will be direct coastal water.
We can turn these guys on. AFM, good test, so we can track direct dozer, velocity 841.
Velocity 841, excellent this, direct to coastal, correction quickly, climb flight level 240.
Direct dozer and flight level 240, velocity 841. Getting some bumps.
Jetstar 818, contact Brisbane Centre on 135 today.
God, that trim noise will get annoying fast. Okay, let's do the after takeoff checklist. So bleeds. And wow, that's that. We the old crash report. We are done. Yeah, wow. GG X-Flame. Well, let's put the Gmail in and comments. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Oh wow! Thanks, X-Flame. I really wanted to give you a go. I really wanted to do it. I thought, yeah, wow, okay. Well, it doesn't like going direct dozer. I don't know. We'll have a bit of a look at the crash report and see what crashed. But I guess so. Explain. Highly recommended. What do we got here? What's this guy do? Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's have a bit of a look here while we try and work this out. I wonder if X-Plane gives... No, reconnect later. I wonder if X-Plane gives you a dump file somewhere of a crash. Let's have a look here. I wonder if we can go back to and go here and go window capture. No, we don't want window capture. We want display capture. There we go. And put you all down here, all the way down the bottom. There we go. All right. We want a sim that works. No kidding. So if we go to X-Plane 11, look in here. Well, I guess I might have to jump into Prepared 3D now and give that a crack. I've got a nice log here for X-Enviro. Let's have a look here. Cloud updates, that's all looks like it's working. Ooh, we got a dump cycle and a log here. Let's have a look here. Ah, dear. So, looks like it's all working, all working, all working. The application has crashed. So, weather push. Ooh. We might have a crash reason. So I use X-Enviro for weather. It's I guess it's a whole weather engine, just rather than just dumping the weather in. But X-Squawkbox punches weather too. So I'm wondering if it's had a bit of a conflict here, and with the two weathers, it's had a bit of a crash. That looks like that's all just data. That's nothing. I dare say that's probably it, you know. Do we have anything else? Output. Crash reports. So what's the 25th? That's that one. Can we edit this plus and see what goes on? Here we go. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Well, that doesn't tell me frickin' anything. Yeah, right. Well, I kind of feel like I want to try again. Sucker for punishment, I know, but I kind of feel like I want to try again and see if we can Google turning. Oh, this is the moment of truth for those of you who know what I'm talking about. Is talk about X-Squawk box weather. Send us offline now. JP, who wants to be subscribed? Is it possible to disable weather? There we go. This is what we need to work out. Set the interval to 0. Then at startup, you should see a warning that confirms it's disabled. All right. I think that's what it was. With two weather programs competing, they got to the inject and then gone, nah. So I'm going to give this a crack again. So X-Plane 11. Let's give this another shot. Okay, so new flight. Melbourne, customize. We were on Echo 4. We can do the weight and the fuel while we're there. So let's just do that. Clear, local. Infinite flight. I don't know that one, JP. Sorry. Infinite flight. The next generation flight simulator. I did not know that existed. I wonder what engine it uses. Okay, so finish up my loading and we'll give this another crack. it's on mobile.
Software version 1803 part number 3.
Okay, so X Squawks box.
Active.
Preferences. Push button. Text, window size, transmission. Check weather every 0. Okay, that's what we wanted to do. All right, well let's get the aircraft booted up. So battery on, standby power on, emergency exit lights, APU on. And while we do that, I might get the flight plan logged again, because I think it'll time out by the time we log back on. So PFPX, send to VATSIM. I need to do edge, that. Awesome, William. That's good to know. Well, look, don't crash into anything or me, and I'll try not to have the sim crash. That's the first time I've had a flight sim crash in any flight sim. Oh no, DCS crashed the other night. All right, forget I was saying that. Don't listen to me. All right, so I'm just getting there's nothing you can see happening in the sim at the moment, because I'm just getting the plan back in the system. 11828 and file flight plan. There we go. All right, so plugins, Xwalk box, connect. 841, go. Yeah, Dave, this is all default scenery. There is... see you later, JP. Have a good day. Good night. Yeah, this is default scenery, which is pretty decent. Okay, you're on. Steady on the lights. Coming over here, cabin, IFE. We haven't done the fuel yet, so leave the seatbelt signs off. No. That. Windows on. Okay. We need to change that to. It's funny, the aircraft remembers the last MCP values you put in, which is quite interesting. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, there's a cabin. Horrible colour paint scheme. Can we close the door? I am a little bit impressed at that. Does that mean... That's why the door doesn't... That's why we... That means I took off with the flight deck door open. I didn't do my check. I did not do my check of the flight deck door closed and locked, which is one of the checklists. My bad. Alright, so FMC, clear you, position update. We are in Melbourne again. Okay, so let's have a look here. You found that. Let's chuck that in there. Route. But let's go back here and work out menu, advanced, fuel. Okay, so 0 fuel weight of 59. Looking at the plan, we had a 0 fuel weight of 50. 0 fuel weight 59.9. So what do we need? We need +8 on that, which is what, 18.5. 18.5 on the payload. Yep. Fuel, we only wanted 6.3. 6.3. Takes us a takeoff weight of 66.2. Takeoff weight Melbourne 66.1. We're +100 on that one. That's okay. Cool, the IRS is aligned. We're just going to do a weather check through Xenviro. Give me the weather briefing. Refresh. 1016. 1016. Oh, I can't even read that. Zoom in. 1014. 1016. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's do a pre-flight checklist. I can't take the oxygen. Ugh. Okay, so oxygen tested 100%, navigation, transfer and display switches are all these guys here. They're all normal in auto. Window heat is on. Pressurization mode selector is auto. Flight instruments, we've got heading 018. Flight 018 and QNH 1016 on both. The parking brake is set and the engine start levers are cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. Alright. Let's get into the crux of this. So we're going from Melbourne to Sydney. Runway 27. Velocity 841. Our route has us going from Dozell via Y59 to Rivet, R-I-V-E-T. Activate, execute, departures for runway 27, Dozell 8, execute. Looking good. Okay. So we have a... Bring up my plan here again. So I have a zero fuel weight of 59.9, 59.9. I have reserves of 2.8. Cost index of 20. We're 370. The winds at 37 are 311 at 37. It's negative 58 up there. Okay. So, we're not going to derate that far again because that was a little too close for Sean's comfort level. So let me get rid of the plan real quick. Let's get Top Cat up again, and let's do an adjustment. Update. Close. Top Cat. Alright, so we are not going to do a derate. We're just going to do an assumed temp. What do you got for us? Okay, plus 48. 92, that's a bit higher. Alrighty, cool bananas. Hornet driver. It is a little bit, but we're doing this in X-Plane 11, so we're in a different simulator. I don't know if you were around for the crash before, but the sim crashed. We think we fixed it, and we're going to give it another crack. So we're just really illustrating some of the differences between the two main simulators. After this, we'll be getting into the DCS and powering up the Mirage and fumbling our way through that. So that's going to be a little bit later. That might be a little bit delayed by an hour or so now. Okay, so we've got a stab trim of 5.2 units. There we go. So we're flaps 5. We can turn Top Cat off now. 24.1, and that's given us 143. Yeah, it should be. Probably going to be a pretty boring stream, the next one, because I'm going to be sitting there trying to work it out. So hopefully someone comes onto the stream who knows the Mirage. What are we now? I'm just going to delete my V speeds. I should have done this beforehand. /4. Yeah. 144 is you. 143. 145. Okay, so that's done. 0.78 on the cruise. Our descent forecast is 110. the descent is 280/789 knots. We should land with 3.2. It says 3.6 because we haven't got anywhere, so that's fine. Okay. Well, I think we're almost ready to go. Whoops. If you scroll with the mouse wheel like I do to change the knobs, if you get the cursor off a knob, you zoom in. 145. 263, 5000, flight director on, VNAV, LNAV, they're on standby. We were given the code of 3164 last, 3164 which is there. We've still got the old frequency, 1228, jump onto you. Okay. We're getting ready to go, so flat, pumps on, we're finished refueling. 370 on the pressurization, we'll go 50 on that guy. Hydraulics on. Alright, I think we're ready for a checklist. That's not the one we want. That guy. Okay, before start checklist, we have 6.3 tonne on board and all pumps are on except the centre tank. Passenger signs are on. Windows, they're not, just assume they don't work. Yeah, they're locked. MCP, we've got V2 145, we've got 263 for the heading and 5000 set. CD takeoff speeds are 143, 144, 145, 145 set. Our CD pre-flight is completed, our trim is free and 0. Our taxi and takeoff briefing we've completed from the last attempt. That's to the line, below the line. Door is closed and locked. It's on auto, yeah. Anti-collision light is on. Okay, before start checklist complete. Alright, let's get some pushback. I was going to do Control Shift F12 then. I'm glad I didn't. Pre-planned. So this is the part that I really like. Wow, it remembers. Well, if we just hit enter there.
Round to cockpit. Show you we got your plan there. Give me a call through the menu when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go, buddy. I'm ready.
Ground to cockpit. Toast driving up right now.
Awesome. Here he comes. Don't mind the ground power unit there, buddy. You can just drive through that. Don't mind the cement pylon. No worries. Did it remember? Oh, that's going to be a test. Let's see what the test does.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Climb now. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb. Crossing. Climb. Climb.
Alright, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb.
These guys got a different test. Well, this is a different unit to the one that we use at work.
Maintain vertical speed. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Okay. We're going up. He's lifting us up.
Toe connected and bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake when you're ready.
I don't remember what the button is for that, so we're going to have to come in and do it. Okay.
Alright, starting the pushback, and you may spool them. Clear to start engine.
Alright, away we go. See you later. Oh, we got a Jetstar A320, which is William, he's over there at the low-cost carrier area. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I was looking into the A320. I kind of feel with DCS and all those aircraft, plus keeping myself going on the 7.3, I feel like that's kind of enough. And the Hornet coming down, and for DCS, I kind of feel like that's probably enough for my little brain. But yeah, definitely look at the A320. It is ticking the back of my mind, which means I'll probably end up doing. Yeah, William, that's you, buddy, over there. I'm really liking to push back and explain. That's really impressive. That really impresses me. I believe that they're then meant to pull you forward up to a line to start to allow anyone else to get out.
Alright, mate. Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
But I couldn't remember where it was. Parking brake set. Let's start the engines.
Alright, mate. Disconnecting tows. Stand by.
This guy's got to be Australian. Oh, how do I... There we go. You're off, you're off, you're off. Start. It's not the default pushback, but it's a free pushback on add-on called Better Pushback for X-Plane. Disconnect. It's great. It's free. What more could you want? I don't know if you saw the overlay I got, the top-down view where I could drag the aircraft around, but you can drag it to as many points as you want, rotate it around, do whatever you want. So you can do some really complex pushbacks. I wish that was prepared. I really do. Some of those pushbacks you've got to do...
Toes disconnected. Bypass pin, yeah, it's removed. I'll give you a thumbs up on the right and catch you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thanks, mate. See ya. Some of those complex pushbacks you do in Los Angeles or tow-ons, that'd be really nice. Okay, let's start a on 2. Good start on 2. Let's start 1. Our A320 mate's just over there. I believe our A320 mate, William, needs to set his QNH. He's hovering off the ground there, 1016. I feel like we need some lights given the fact it's so dark. Start a cutout on 1. Oh, 1016 must be, that's just the discrepancy between X-Plane and prepared. Oh, you're going to push back, are you, buddy? We're pushing back onto the same ramp, aren't we? You're going to push back in front of me. It's a bit cheeky. I'll have to wait for you then. Okay, that's a good start on 2. Let's keep going. One, 2, 3. Okay, all the way back, watch your knees. Center, all the way forward. Center, fully left. Center, fully right. Center. Rudder right. Center, rudder left. Center. Okay, ready for the before taxi checklist. Before taxi checklist. Generators are on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice not required. Isolation valve is auto. Engine start switches are continuous. Recall. I did the same thing last time. Checked. Why are you pushing that way? You're pushing out onto Golf taxiway by the looks of it. It looks really nice. Where are we? Recall was checked. Auto brake is RTO. Engine start switches are idle detent. Flight controls have been checked and dispatch clearance has been checked. Okay, we're ready to push. We just have a competitor's dodgy scare bus in front of us, which we'll have to fix. We'll have to wait for. This free camera is pretty cool and X-Plane. Okay, there was just an accident there, but that's alright. Alright, he's out of the way. Let's get going. So, taxi light on. Just a one flick, yeah. And APU off. Brakes released. Brake test, yeah. Probably better do a call. Traffic. Mel, 737 taxis, Papa, runway 27. Seems to be a, my reflection of my throttle in the glass there. What's going on here, guys? Someone gonna give way to me? There's an aircraft coming past, guys. Texaco. Nah, zero fucks given. Ooh, is there ATC on? Ooh, 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 ooh. I didn't see anyone on there. Ooh, there is two. 120.5.
Melbourne Township, Maxwell, Quest Taxi 16. Just 512 taxi via Golf Alpha, cost runway 2709. Continue via Alpha, hold short Bravo, runway 16.
Oh, they're going to change all our information on us. If we can chuck this somewhere.
Just 512. South.
118.
Yeah, just 512 taxi there. Golf Alpha, cross 27. Continue on Alpha, Bravo, and hold short Bravo.
Melbourne INTL information Alpha. 100 Zulu weather.
We
Wind
need to
calm,
turn
visibility
sounds
more
off.
than 10. Sky clear, temperature 16, dew point -9. Altimeter
No,
3000. Arriving runway 16, departing runway 16. Advise on initial contact you have Alpha.
I don't know how I turn that off.
Visibility, cloud, broken, 37. QNS, contact with Melbourne, ground zone.
Melbourne INTL information alpha. 100 Zulu weather.
Nah,
Wind
that's a
calm.
clusterfuck. We're going to leave that.
Varying between 190, 0 knots. 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 Varying between 190.
Melbourne INTL information alpha.
Melbourne, ground zero. First contact with Melbourne, ground zero.
Ooh. That was a bit funky. Tower, g'day, velocity 841.
Velocity 841, can I have an update?
Yeah, tower, apologies there. When we logged on, there was no controllers, so we didn't check again. But we have Sydney request clearance.
No worries, velocity 841, you are Sydney by Basel, plane route. Basel, find departure, runway 16.
Damn.
Time 5000, walk 3152. Departures on 132.0.
Copy, clear to Sydney via Dozel plan route, runway 16, Dozel 9 departure, climb initially 5000, squawk 3152 and airborne 1320, velocity 841.
And velocity 841, okay, one ready. This is taxi via Golf Alpha, cross runway 2709.
Golf Alpha, cross 27 and 16. Copy, when ready, runway 16 via Golf Alpha, cross 27, velocity 841. Alright. So, X-Walk box. No, what am I doing? X-Walk box? Yes. I want to not show who's online anymore. Okay, so we've got to do some changes. So the first change we need to do is going in here, get rid of that. So departures, runway 16, Dozel 8, execute, legs. Right turn, yeah, that's right. Initial. 143. Just re-put them in just to make sure. 145. Okay. We clear to taxi. Let's go. So 160, 5000. Onto Alpha, and then we go up. Okay, this is Alpha.
Melbourne, yeah, sometimes we take my Charlotte. No worries, it's 512, I'll talk to 1. I'm sure Charlie wants to present the stuff myself. And just 512, when ready, let's take off on 16, winds to 2104 knots. Please take off at runway 1.
Alright, so taxiing out for the second time. We've changed runways, runway 16. Oh. Coming up on a runway here, so we'll see if we can. Might as well leave a Lego light on. And our tower velocity 841, we can take Charlie if possible.
No worries, velocity 841 and taxi out with Charlie, hold on Charlie 1.
Copy Charlie 16, velocity 841. Those buttons of switches are annoying.
And velocity 841, one rescue line up behind, he's fighting aircraft line from right behind.
Copy, behind the departing aircraft line up behind, velocity 841. Alrighty, let's get warmed up now. That weather radar on. Double ding. Hi Cosmic Gnome, how you going? We are flying the 737-800 in X-Plane on online on VATSIM. We've just got another follower who's in front of us there. He's just departed. No, not VFR, we're IFR. So we had an airborne of 132, so I better get that set up quickly. There we go. We're definitely IFR. Okay, on steady and straight. Landing lights on. Oh wow, congratulations and welcome to the club. Okay. Final check, everything good. Looks good. That's ground power available light. A little bit devious here when we're on the runway. Rotated round.
And velocity 41, wind at 210 degrees, 4 knots, big for takeoff, to runway 16, report everyone.
Clear for takeoff, velocity 841. Captain Bravo, hello and welcome. We're ready to go, ready for blast off. Alrighty, so power up to 40%. And then we'll let the engine stabilise. Looking good. Toga. Thrust set. Captain Bravo, thank you so much for the subscription to the channel. I really appreciate it. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots.
80 knots.
B1, rotate.
B1, rotate.
Gear up. Thanks, Captain.
1000.
Alrighty, without track IR, not being able to use my head, I'm just going to get the autopilot on nice and early. Tower, Velocity 841's airborne. I don't know why we're reporting airborne.
Velocity 841, contact another departures 132
Over to departures 1320, Velocity 841, g'day. Looking at Melbourne Centre. Centre, g'day, Velocity 841 with you, 2,500 on climb 5,000. Flaps up.
Velocity 841.
240, Velocity 841. Whoop.
It's
240 set. I'm in flight 2. Oh yeah, nice, Captain. Where are you flying to? Jeez, it's a bit bumpy up here out of Melbourne today. Whoa, look at that wing flaps. Alrighty, we are airborne, so let's do some final checks here. Off, off, off. Okay, so that didn't work. That one. Okay, so we are after takeoff checklist up the top there. So engine bleeds are on, packs are auto, landing gear is up and off, and flaps are up, no lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Yeah, it is bumpy. It's really quite bumpy. We haven't crashed yet, so fingers crossed. For those of you just tuning in, the simulator crashed, not me crashing, but the simulator crashed climbing out of Melbourne on the try. So this is attempt number 2, and we think we worked it out to be weather. I had X-Enviro, and I also had X-Squawkbox punching weather into the sim at the same time. Oh, I think I'm over that bumpy weather, so let's let the crew up. Cosmic, yeah, I bet. Yeah, the Cessna. What was it? Is it when you were doing your cross-country navs or something? Is it like a Cessna 152 or 172 or something? That's 10,000 onto standard. Landing lights off. And I think we're above all the bumps, so I'll let the packs up. All right, we are on our way. Back into the bumps. I really like that wing flex. It's really nice. Do you have failures turned on? No, I don't. I have the service-based failures and all this, the PMDG aircraft, times 3 or 4 the acceleration, but I haven't got it turned on in this. Oh, getting a few bumps again. Yeah, so do I. If it crashed again on me, I was going to scrap this and jump into the PMD G737, but so far so good. I love how smooth the gauges are, the gauge refresh and X-Plane. Like, that is so smooth. Just need to get rid of these arcs. Alright, what have we got here? It's this way. I feel like the quality of the clouds in X-Enviro definitely needs some work. I have to look at the cloud texture I've got. Alright, let's detune the navs. What we want is 1121 and 1121 because that'll be Sydney. Cosmic, well, it really depends. I try and hand fly the aircraft as much as possible. I'm only really just getting into flying the 737 again, and thought I'd check out X-Plane while I was doing it. So yeah, I typically like to fly VFR because I like to keep my hand-eye coordination skill up. This aircraft rotates very different and flies different to the PMD G737. There's quite a big noticeable difference, and I don't know if that's the aircraft being modelled or the simulation or a mixture of both. But this handles different to the PMD G73. But IFR is good fun. You know, flying into weather that's really bad. Not that we get much bad weather in Australia anyway. Okay, so Jetstar 512 has been told to contact Unicom on 1228 next. 122. 128, there we go. Over to Unicom on 1228, velocity 841. See you later. Alright, hand it off to comms, so I don't have an ATC anymore. No controlled airspace. What's your cruise? We'll be heading up to 37,000 feet, and I'm very keen to see what... oh, sorry guys, I had a late night last night. At 370, so 37,000 feet, fly level 370. Just having an inside joke. Just getting into the military guys last night when I was playing DCS. Military speak, 37,000 feet or flight level 370 is Angels 37. So I got in trouble for calling it flight level 370 last night. Ooh, okay, 1,000 level, we're going to get up to 37. And yeah, I'm keen to get to 37,000 feet because I want to see how much the wind variation is in X-Plane and X-Enviro versus what the plan says in PFBX through Active Sky. Oh yeah, nice. That's good, Cosmic. Yeah, your commercial license is good fun. I did start, but haven't completed it. It is good. It is good fun. It's it definitely gets more technical. It's definitely more full on than your PPL or your private license, but it's well worth it. He's back on. So one of the add-ons I've got for X-Plane that I found when I was just going through things is an auto level of detail mod, so you can max out X-Plane, and one of the biggest hits on X-Plane is obviously the trees and buildings, much like Prepared 3D. So what I've got is a program called Auto LOD, and it's version 1.3, and what it means is you set your minimum frame rate and it will adjust your settings on the fly for you to make sure you maintain that minimum frame rate. It's really good. I wish that came to prepared 3D, or it might be, but I wish it did. If it's not already there. I had no idea you were a pilot. Yeah, I've been flying since I was 15. Actually, won a scholarship at the age of 15. And did a lot of my flying. Oh, I like this, going through some of the clouds and getting some of the bumps through the clouds. That's cool. Yeah, we might get through a few bumps through this layer, actually. Yeah, we might pretend to passenger seatbelts like that. Just while we punch through this layer here. Lighting in this one is so pretty. Oh yeah, nice. Nice. Can't get over this. This is the default model 737 in X-Plane, just for delivery on it. Can't get over how good it looks. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. She's a bit slow on the old climb, this aircraft. What we got here? Climb. If I go to N1 limit, auto, 37, we can 37.3 when that's commanded. No, sorry, 97.3 when it's commanded. 98. Yeah. Anyway, well, this is a test, so we'll let it go. 3 point. We landed in Sydney with 3.4 when we should be landing. The plan's got us there. We're landing with 3.2, so that's okay. That's 3 plus 200 is not too bad. Yeah, I'm 59. What am I, William? I'm actually, it's funny you say, because I'm at 59.9 and my max is only less than 2,000. Sorry, 2,000 more than that. Actually, 2,800 more than that. So I've got 2.8 ton of room. But yeah, I'm pretty full myself. I've got 175 packs plus one. Yeah, I am pretty heavy as well, actually. Have you reached top of climb, William? I don't see you on the TCAS. Weather radar, auto. Okay. Feet per minute. What are we? 400 feet per minute. Yeah, I thought I would have seen you on the TCAS ahead of me. Oh well. What I might do, guys, I might just get a drink of water and something to chew on. But I'll leave you with this lovely view. And just give me 2 minutes and I'll be right back. 10-week-old pup. Hello. Say hello to the camera. Oh, pretty tiny. Oh. Lots of kisses. Oh, lots of kisses. So Mila's my co-pilot. She's much better at flying than me. She's much better at barking. She's listening to your brother out there barking some random thing. So we've got another pug out there called Charlie. He's a year and a half. He's much bigger than me. So I might just pop her back out, shut Charlie, and I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. Alright, approaching Todd. X-Plane definitely does look pretty at cruise level, I'll give it that. I've got you on TCAS. I don't. William, what's your cruise level out of curiosity? TCAS off. Oh, nice. I'll be in California actually in about a month. I'm flying over there for work again. I love California. It's the same level as me. I'm 370 obviously. Traffic button has been on. Very weird. So we got the wind at 242 at 19. What did our plan have it as? A 311 at 37. Yeah, right. Yeah, TARA, yep, I've checked it. It's really weird. Oh, there you go. No, I see you now. I see you. You should know at 35? 35, you're a flight level 350, aren't you? Or are you still on climb? You're still on climb, we got up there before you, buddy. I shouldn't complain about my climb power then. Okay. How do I get updated weather for Sydney? Sydney's not there. Well, I got the forecast on the flight plan. The weather's crap in Sydney. What was that ding for? Oh, let's let the pivots of these guys back up. Yeah, you're plus 900 on me. Oh no, minus 900. Alright. When do you pause your sim, or did your sim crash? Because you are coming screaming towards me. I don't know if I can view other aircraft in this view. Move, no. Change, no. Free camera, right along. Sunglasses, Shift S. Is there a Shift N for night vision? Yep, there is. Oh, awesome, thank you. Alright, 16 right. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. William, what are you going to be cruising at? I'm doing 0.78. I'm just thinking we've got about 18 miles apart, so we should be alright. Actually, out of curiosity, you're in Prepared 3D, I think, aren't you? Can you tell me what your winds are up here? Mine's 243 at 19 knots. Alright, so I'm a little bit faster than you at the moment. What's your winds? What are you showing your winds are? .317 at 34, so you've got the same winds as what my plan says off Active Sky. Okay. Whereas in here I'm at 343 at 19. So you're going to have winds around from here. Yeah, so you've got definitely more of a crosswind than I do. It's tailwind, so yeah, I'm going to be creeping up on you here. Can I change Active Sky to something else? Just online weather. Let's just see what happens here with this. Get the weather. Okay. Alright, so there's definitely a difference in wind there between X-Enviro and Active Sky. There is another plugin you can get for this NOAA, I think. NO plus X-Enviro. X-Enviro winds aloft. Upper winds, there we go. Just tell us about upper winds. Anything exciting? Ah, so apparently this is a big thing for X-Enviro, which is the weather system I use for X-Plane. The winds aloft are way off. That's interesting. Unfortunately, I can't, mate. I'm sorry. Not on this flight. I'll do that in DCS after this. X-Plane looks pretty. Some contrails, but Alright, what have we got here? Let's start planning our arrival because there's not much else to do here. So let's get the charts up. View charts for Sydney. Okay, so our route that we've got in the flight manager computer at the moment only takes us to Rivet. From Rivet, we've got to do something else. We've got to do an arrival, which is called a standard terminal arrival route. And if I get the charts up. Looking here, this is the Rivet 8 arrival. So if we look here, if I zoom it in there, you can see, but next to my head, Rivet. And then we'll track from Tammy, go to Boogie, and we're going to 16 right, which is this long runway down here. But it's this one here. We're not going to come in from this side. So this arrival has us turning right and going down to Nasho, where we expect radar vectors. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to Boogie, and then we're going to turn left, fly up here, turn right, and come into 16 right and fly down that way. So we're going to do the Rivet 8 arrival. So let's go and chuck that in now. Arrivals, get that out of the way. Sydney, we want 16 right. Zulu arrival on the Rivet 2, enter. Using reserve fuel, yeah, because it's going to do a couple of funky things. So if we go out, if we go to here, and we go to plan mode, just zoom that in a little bit. Legs, go step, 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 step. Yeah, there we go. So it's having a bit of a connection there. He wants us to go to TSAT, so we don't want to go to TSAT. There we go, we want to do that. But we also want to do something else. We want to go to fixed page, Sydney. What was it? 290 slash 15. What? 290. We can't do the distance on this yet. Really? Alright. Legs, so Sydney 290 slash 15. There we go. Execute. Boom. Done. There's our nice round, squared off circuit for Sydney. So what we'll do is we'll delete you. Can we do slash 50 on this thing? Oh yeah. Slash 120 for our descent. You know what? It wasn't working before. Anyway. Okay, so we'll just close the chart for a sec. Now that we've done that, zoom you out, zoom you back in. There we go. So what I might do is just double check it's all looks good, which it does. One of the things I want to do is make that a hard altitude. I don't like being 3,000 or above. And we're definitely not going to be that fast. We're going to be 200 slash U. Gives the dig cell there, that's what we want. Beautiful. Okay. Progress, what's it say now? Now it's reading correctly off the plan, so 3-1. So when we have a zero fuel weight of 59.9, that takes to 60, so it's going to be 63 we're going to land with. For the ILS, flaps 41.4. That should go in there. When we choose one of those, it should go into this guy here. Alright, well we will we'll revisit that when we get closer to our arrival. So bring up the chart again. We've got the River Date arrival in now, so we turn left at Boogie, come down here, turn right and do a nice square off approach. We're going to come into, speaking of approaches, we're going to come into 16 right. Which I can never find, there we go. Which is this guy here, so we're going to turn and come down here. We're going to turn at the start there, so we want to make sure that we are really ready and on the ball. What's the lowest safe here? 27. Okay. So what we want to do is, it's course, this is chart 11-4. So it's course 155 and the ILS code is 109.5. So let's go do that. So we want 155. What's that? 155. Damn zoom. That's me every time. 155. Ah. Oh, we need to hit standard on that side to the looks of it. 155. And it's 1095, so we'll set 1095 up here, and I'll flick him across now. We'll leave 1121 because that's the Sydney VOR. Turn you up. Too far out to pick up the VOR yet. So we want to definitely be at 3000 by the time we start this approach, and then we come down here. If we do bugger it up, we've got to go around. The missed approach is track 155 and at mandatory 600 feet, turn right and track 170 and climb to 3000. So if we go around, we're going to do a right hand turn to 170 and go this way here, so down out this way. And they do that for a very good reason. Sydney has parallel runways. If you do have a bit of a crosswind, if you were to maintain runway heading, you might drift into the departure path of aircraft taking off from runway 16 left. So they turn you a little bit to the right, and that should be enough to cater for any wind. And our decision height for the ILS is 210, so let's set that up now. Oh, this is going to be a lot. I'm going to wear my mouse wheel out doing this. 210, done. Upon landing into Sydney, we're going to come into this big long runway down here. We'll probably jump off on the high-speed Kilo, come around here, do a U-turn onto Bravo, down into Bravo, onto Golf, and into Domestic 2 or Domestic 3 apron, which is the Virgin Australia terminal. If we don't turn off in time, or we float for a bit, depending on what happens with this flight model, we might jump off the next one down here, or even just go down to Bravo 10 and vacate there. All right. So we quickly just change that. FMC message, reset MCP out. We're top of December already. We are too. Not long up here, 2-1. There we go. Alright, one thing we didn't do in time is the descent checklist, so let's do that now. Alrighty, so looking at the descent checklist there, pressurization, we've got the landing altitude of 50 feet set. Recall has been checked, the auto brake is level 2. VREF, we've got, let's see if we can drag required. We're fine. Ooh. Turn you on. Get rid of you for now. Let's just check here. Flaps 40/139. Whoops. 3. what we're going to do it. Okay, well, we're going to do it like that. Okay. So VREF is full flaps 40 at 139. Approach briefing, sorry, minimum is 210 feet set, and approach briefing has been completed. Set checklist complete. Down we go. 1-6. Oh, this program is garbage, that one. And star is that one. A320 is really getting down there. Needed 4,200 feet below us. Oh, we didn't want to do that. That grabs the control column. We want to be at rivet at 1.5. So that's and 1-0. What do we have on the weather there? 1015. Eyes back. Hi, eyes back. I am chasing you down, William. Come up to 10 miles now. You probably want to keep a little bit faster on your approach if you can. Should be right otherwise. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. Don't know how I feel about these clouds out here. Wow, that's interesting. I don't mind, I can go once down 1.6. Oh, whatever, it's fine. I've got all set up for 1.6 right, but you probably have too. If you want, just keep it a little bit quicker, I'll slow up a little bit. Don't mind. Oh yeah, well, sounds good, buddy. I better check who's online. These two before. Who's online? No one. Zero 4270 it's saying. What's it saying? 03240. What's going on with that? Oh, Berto. Hi and welcome to the stream, buddy. I hope you're enjoying X-Plane 11. We're flying from Melbourne to Sydney, Australia. I did this flight the other night, on Monday night, during an event in Prepared 3D, and I'm now doing it in X-Plane just to see a bit of the difference. Can you look outside the aircraft? Oh, that's weird. I don't know why it's gone that colour. That's really weird. I don't know why it's gone... It was all white and beautiful before, but now it's turned to this grey. But anyway, it's the aircraft we're in. It's normally a really white 737. Pollution, maybe. Pollution. So we're flying into Sydney. We're through 15,000 feet on descent, so we should be landing there in about 10 minutes. We've got William, who's in the chat as well. He's in an Airbus, Jetstar Airbus A320, and he's ahead of us at about 9 or 8 miles. Which you can see there on the TCAS. Don't know, special livery, I don't know. I kind of feel like there's a bug here in X-Enviro or something. Actually, I was changing some settings with it before, and maybe I did something. Yeah, really weird. I'm not sure what I did there. Yeah, these clouds need work. I might have to replace these default cloud textures, I think, with something a little bit better. Okay, so Tammy we need to be at 9,000 or below. We've got 8,000 before Tammy, which is fine. Yeah, Dave, I think it's pollution. It's got to be. I don't know how I felt about these clouds and the blue in between, which I guess is like the haze behind them. Yeah. I thought X-Plane had really pretty clouds, or grey clouds. I don't know. We'll see. See what it looks like when we get under the cloud and into Sydney. Here come the bumps. You reckon the default clouds are good in X-Plane? I don't know. I like the cloud shadows through there. That looks nice, but I don't know about these cloud shadows. Alright, so we're slowing down. Standard. Standard. Doing there. Slow up, buddy. Landing lights on to... Be careful. We've got a height restriction here at Tammy at 9,000 feet or below. With only 8 miles to go, so we might jump on the boards a little bit. Slow the aircraft up a bit. To make sure we don't bust that 9,000 feet. Doing here, you want to descend. There we go. Alright, we'll go down to 6. I reckon we're bang on, but I'm worried we're going to bust this 9,000 foot height restriction here in Tammy with 4.6 miles to run. We should be well on descent by now. Okay, well. Now we're diving for it. 3.3 miles to run. We've got a 9,000 foot or below height restriction here. Two miles to go, 500 feet. Idle on the thrust. 1.5 miles to go, 350 feet. 1 mile to go, 200 feet. It looks like it's going to cross it at 9,000. Alright, well, we got there. Just a little bit close for comfort. Definitely a few bumps here. William, did you use my waypoint reference and distance? Because you are flying right down the path of my custom waypoint. It's a bit cheeky. Get your own waypoint, buddy. There's the, there he is, there's the Airbus, just there. How good is it? 290 at 15. Don't forget it. Alrighty. It's interesting, we haven't picked up 1121. Sydney VOR. That's really interesting. Have I got a map or something in this that I can... Show map, what does that do? Oh yeah. Can we click on... Sydney DME 1121. Tune nav 2. 1121. Got you set, yeah. We need to continue to send now to 4,000. Definitely a few bumps here. Oh, wing flex looks pretty good. A320 in front of us. There's 6,000. I'm worried now that if it doesn't pick up the, it's not finding the Sydney VOR, which is interesting. What will it do? With the ILS. Ooh, we're getting really thrown around here. Whew. We are getting really thrown around here. Okay, let's just check the settings here on Xenviro. We might bring that down a little bit to 55%. Okay, continue to set to 3,000. Okay, we'll do the approach checklist, altimeters, 1015, 1015 set. Jeez, we are really getting thrown around here. Okay, so 1095, I'm just going to check that, 1095, okay, hopefully pick up the ILS, if not we'll fly down the approach using LNAV, and then I'll hand fly it. Oh no, we've got the localizer that's just come up, which is good. Okay, we can arm you, VOR lock, you'll be on secondary. So what we might do is go into vertical speed, keep it going down, and start slowing you up. Flaps 1. DB Veta, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying it. So there's the A320 in front of us. Jeez, look at that auto gen down there. We're going to pop the gear down now because I want to start slowing down. So gear down. 2, 3. Something for that. Approach mode. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? There you are, look. What's going on here, aeroplane? What are you doing? Ugh, it's a horrible right turn. Okay, well you've totally gone through it. Continue to slow you up. Flaps 5. Wow, that was a horrible right turn. If I put approach on, are you going to go nuts again? Yeah, we see the traffic. We've gone straight through there. Doing some really funky flying this autopilot. Come on, keep. Wow, we really went through the ILS, something fierce. Alright, so 139. We're going to set 139 is 144.
2500.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Yeah, great.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Since we get really thrown around. And wind shear alerts.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
Turning back onto the approach now, which is good. Gonna kill the auto throttle because I think I'm going to do a better job of this. Idle that. Flaps 15. Flaps 25. Let's see that in a little bit. The buildings from Sydney. Flaps 30. Flaps 40. Okay, I have control. Landing checklist. Engine starts, which is continuous. Speed brake is
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Burge, altitude set.
Armed. Landing gear is down, 3 greens and flaps is 40, green light. We'll hold the descent, speed up a little bit. This is really weird. I don't know where all the buildings have gone. I feel like the auto loading software has killed all my buildings. A little bit high. Yeah, it has. All my buildings are starting to load in. That's really interesting. Whew, that wind.
200.
Landings.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, there we go. Reverse thrust. manual braking. Alright, hold it right there. Okay, everything's starting to load back into Sydney by the looks of it. It's really interesting. That auto load might be a bit too aggressive. Okay, so where's our A320 guy? He's down there. Alright, so off, off, off. 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 Off, 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 off. Off, off. On. Off, off. Oh, these switches are horrible. Steady. Probe heat off. Give us a warning. That's fine. And reset you to 49. Oh, we've now suddenly got daylight. X and virus stuff really eating the frames. Do anything for us? Okay, let's turn the APU on. Clear right, clear left. Alright, all the buildings are back in. Lights is off route, no, off on the bus. I'll go down a little bit further here. A39. Come on, buddy. Got the brake stuck on or something? Or stuck in the mud? There's the Jetstar A320 that was ahead of us. Okay, on the bus, shutting down. What's going on with those shadows, dude? I was happy. Thank you so much for the host. Vertical speed does not measure landing performance. Anti-collision off. Unlock. Go over here. Off. Alrighty, we are done. Aircraft terminates. Turn these guys off too. Alright, let's have a bit of a look outside view. Here comes the Jetstar guy. So yeah, we are getting we're getting 23 FPS here. It's really tough there. I don't know why it's so grey. Like, if you look at this is a white aeroplane. This is meant to be white as this checklist here. So I don't know what's going on there. Oops, wrong button. And now floating A320. Just the differences between the two simulators by the looks of it. You're going to go into, what, Bay 52? Yeah, it's got me stumped that. I wonder if I turn off X Enviro. Yeah, wow. Okay. That gives us back our light. I wonder if it's a setting that I've got to change. Settings. Clouds. In-cloud effect, windshield, volumetric lighting effect, remove scenery shadow under overcast, post-processing lens. Okay. Yeah, Dave, it is levitating. It's the difference between the two simulators, unfortunately. What's funny, now that I've turned it back on, my aeroplane is still white. So, I don't know. Oh, no. It's fading. I'm not a fan of that setting, whatever it is. Let's go here. Lens flare? No. Post-pressing? Well, that doesn't do anything. What's this do? Nothing. No, well, that doesn't do anything. Light. Sounds, I don't worry about. Maximum surface wind. Turn that down a little bit. Braking action. Thunderstorm. No, it's just when it runs, it looks like that. Well, that's crappy. The sun... Oh, I guess the sun's behind a cloud there, but... Are we just in a giant shadow, maybe? Maybe we're in a giant shadow. Oh, we are too, if we go up. Oh, we are. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, maybe we're just in a shadow. The airport's in the shadow right now, and that's what it does. That's kind of, I guess that's kind of realistic. We'll come back to Earth. And Voz 2 did just land. These guys gonna see, well, he's not levitating. So I wonder what he's doing there. But this guy is. Different weather programs, maybe. Do you have any of this scenery coming into land? Oh, all the boats are stuck down there. Oh dear. What are these two going to do? These two going to be able to work it out? Yeah, Virgin Blue's back, Dave. Need to get that livery updated. Oh, that's nice of him. He's going to go take off at 16 right by the looks of it. Pretty sure this guy came in 3-4, so he might have different weather altogether. Oh no, he's levitating a little bit. Oh dear. Yeah, that's probably it, William. That could be it. Yeah, we're in the shadow at the moment by the looks of it. The cloud. Oh, the sun's coming out. I'm keen to see if this clears up. Where is the shadow? Okay, so we should see this shadow going this way. Oh, it should be going that way actually, shouldn't it? I don't know if the shadow I'm seeing aligns with like the sun. I should see the sun. I should see some cloud, some shadows not forming over here, I don't think. Why should I be flying an A320? I work for Virgin. We've got a couple of A320s, but we've fobbed them off to Virgin, our regional Vara airline. Okay. And I will say though, for everyone who may not be unfamiliar with this, this is all the default Sydney scenery that comes with X-Plane, which I think they've done a pretty good job. Yeah, I'm only getting 20 frames here. Car park. They've even got the tunnel under the airport model. That's cool. We've got a couple of A320s. We haven't got many. I think we've only got 2 or 3. The rest of the 3 are 737s. Yeah, it's very nice for default. Very nice. William, you really need to turn your strobes off, buddy. Let's get a front row seat here. Maybe here. Where do we reckon this guy's going to rotate? About here? If we go down here and watch this guy, we'll get down here. We'll be on the grass and we'll watch this guy rotate. You can see the curvature in the runway. You can actually see the end of runway 16 right in real life or in the simulator in X-Plane because it's mapped properly, whereas prepared, it's all completely flat. They are off. I prefer to fly in the Grand Crew. Okay. Go, buddy. Firewall it. What time is it out of curiosity? Ooh, 1:30. We were meant to start. DCS stream 7 minutes ago. He's rolling. And there's meant to be some noise there, some sound. And we're off. Are you running a mod for Melbourne Airport? No, so we're at Sydney Airport at the moment, but if you meant when we departed Melbourne, no, that's all stock. I haven't put any add-on scenery into the simulator at all. Oh, we're getting that problem again, are we? That's the problem we get with this guy. Yeah, there we go. Done. Alright. Whoops, now I'm definitely back in the 7-3. Can we walk down? Can we go down the aisle? Can we open the door? No. Alrighty. Oh, we're in the light again. All the shadows are gone. A nice little lit up aircraft again. Alrighty, guys. Well, I might call the stream there for X-Plane. For those of you who've been with me for the whole thing, I hope you enjoyed the simulator crashing. That was always great. But for those people who followed me, who have subscribed, who have, and to the great guys who have donated, thank you so much. What's going to happen now is I'm going to take a little break, maybe for about half an hour, and then I will be back in DCS World. Sitting on the deck and through the Inferno server trying to learn the Mirage 2000. So that's going to be good. So until then, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.
Mount. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.